After the topics are completed, I'll quickly go through 12. It simply does not work in physics. Gurtupettukondi, you can write it down. If you are preparing for year by year, you will never be able to get the grip over physics. Hello students. Hello students. And the topic for today's discussion is 0 to 140 plus marks in physics NEET 2026. And in coming 10 to 15 minutes, you will be understanding the entire roadmaps. Ela study cheyali, how to score at least 140 plus. And by the end of this video, you will be having enough idea of what to do and what not to do. Okay? So the biggest thing or the biggest question that I get asked is it still possible to score 140 plus? Sir, do we still have time? Endukante our exam is just 100 days left. In 100 days lo, can we prepare so that we can score 140 plus? The first question is, sir, can I start from the beginning? And I have wasted my 11th. I have wasted my 12th. Kani ippudu I want to start from the beginning. Is it possible? Sir, I wasted my entire first year. And the common problem for almost 80% of the students is first year ante idi chala general ante casual ga. They don't take anything serious in first year. Is it still possible, sir, to score 140 plus? Answer is yes. If you are starting from the very time, it is absolutely possible for all of you to score 140 plus in physics. Mari roadmap enti sir? Roadmap kosam you will have to understand about a few things. The first one is the number of days that are left for your examination. The examination first week of May, if we are assuming your first week of May, ante ekkadi nunchi exactly you will have something around 100 or 103 days, approximately 100 to 103 days. The biggest question is, in 100 days low, what do I have to do such that my score gets to 140 plus in physics? The steps need a very supervised guidance. And the first thing that you need is the mentorship. Mentorship ante enti sir? In mentorship lo, you must be tracking yourself at each and every instance of point ra. That means if you are doing good or not on that day, how much you have solved, how much you have gained, and how many questions you are doing, what are the mistakes, how much time is it taking for one single question. Dan tarvata you can also analyze if your development is increasing or not increasing in these 100 days. Ade roadmap ante idi chala important thing, students. Please do not ignore this thing. Sir, in 100 days lo, you have to cover approximately the entire physics. Entire physics ante how much, sir? Entire physics ante roughly around 32 chapters. But again the question is it required? Required ante enti, sir? Do I need to prepare for entire 32 chapters? The answer is no. Good news for you. Endukante there are some chapters from these 32 chapters which sometimes have 0 questions, right? Sometimes they do have 0 questions in your examination until less weightage chapters. So is there a list of chapters that can give me highest amount of marks for lowest amount of chapters? Yes. Kosam you can comment down, sir, please give us the list of the chapters. I will be making the next video only on the 50% of the chapters which can give you 80% of the marks. Ardhamaindi? Yes. So, sir, ee roadmap tarvata, the biggest strategy I do follow, I tell each and everyone to follow is me clubbing strategy. Clubbing strategy ante enti, sir? If you are only preparing for your class 11th chapters, me class 12 chapters will be as it is. Leda, if you are preparing for class 12 chapters, your 11 chapters will be as it is. Ante, while preparing, clubbing is the biggest benefit. And the student who is not doing the clubbing of the chapters, ante, if you are thinking, sir, first I will start with units and dimensions. Dan tarvata I will go for the vectors and then for class 11th topics, After the topics are completed, I'll quickly go through 12th. It simply does not work in physics. Gurtupetukondi, you can write it down. If you are preparing for year by year, you will never be able to get the grip over physics. Endukante, if you are preparing for units and dimensions, by the end you come to modern physics, me units and dimensions machipote. Ade, you understand? Yes. So that means clubbing is required. Clubbing ante enti, sir? In clubbing, you decide your entire timetable. ఆ టైం టేబుల్లో ఆ పర్టికులర్ వీక్లో యూ సెలెక్ట్ సమ్ పర్టికులర్ టాపిక్స్ లేదా సమ్ పర్టికులర్ చాప్టర్స్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ క్లబ్ యువర్ యూనిట్స్ అండ్ డైమెన్షన్స్ with your modern physics, okay, that goes a good combination. Okay, units and dimensions plus modern physics. How, sir? How does it do good? Because the questions like this, the dimension formula of permittivity of free space ante epsilon naught ki dimension formula. Ledante, if you are talking about Planck's constant, ledante, if you are talking about your permeability of free space, these are the terminologies. Ante, when you are studying your modern physics, later when you are studying your electrostatics, it could be clubbed with units and dimensions. Are you understanding? So when you are studying your electrostatics plus units and dimensions, your one question is solved, and 4 marks you have gained it only by using clubbing strategy. Similarly, your units and dimensions plus your modern physics also makes a very good combination. Okay, choose code. For energy, and I would recommend you to club your units and dimensions, not entire chapter. Epadaina you are studying a new formula, try to get the units of it, try to get the dimension formula for that. Okay, so clubbing ante idi చాలా important idea, strategy. Me NEET 2026 lo, given that you only have around 100 days, clubbing ante ide, this is the only tool you can do by merging the 2 chapters. Okay, the biggest question is, can we club the random chapters? Ante, sir, can I study 2 chapters on one day randomly? On the next day I will study next 2 chapters, random chapters. Can I do that? Chudandi, clubbing ante ఇది చాలా highly supervisable technique. Ante you need a very supervised clubbing. You cannot club any chapter, endukante it will just waste your time. You are understanding? So the chapters which are complementary, you are only required or suggested to club them. Mari sir, how will we come to know which are the complementary chapters? I will tell you. So comment section lo, you can type complementary and we will make one more video only on the complementary chapters. Chuskondi. Physics lo there are only around 16 chapters. Jagrataga vinandi. Okay, there are only 16 chapters, my dear students. These 16 chapters will get you somewhere around 120 to 150 marks. Ade, you understanding? Ante ide chala high weightage or chala high important chapters, only 60, and can give you at least 120 to 150. Total chapters gurinchi maatladalante, you are somewhere around 32 chapters. Ee 32 chapters lo there are only 16 chapters. These 16 chapters will give you somewhere around 120 to 150 marks. You understanding? What are those 16 chapters, sir? Ela study cheyali, ela clubbing cheyali. I will tell you each and everything in a detailed way. Kani, I only want your dedication. You understanding? Okay. Sir, what about the next topic? Ante enduku clubbing cheyali? Chuskondi. We only club the chapters to reduce the wastage of time. Ante entira, if you are studying your Newton's laws of motion independently and at the same time if you are studying electrostatics independently, ఏమైతది అంటే you are wasting your time in studying this chapter also, and at the same time ఈ chapter లో కూడా you are completely wasting your time. You are understanding? Mari ade the same chapters, when you club them together, you only give a common time and the questions from both the chapters will get solved. Ante endira, there are some similarities between NLM and electrostatics. You are understanding? There are some similarities between your work energy and electrostatics. Kani to understand all these things, మీకు ఒక స్మార్ట్ స్ట్రాటజీ కావాలి. You are understanding? Okay. Can we do the clubbing on the basis of strong versus weak chapters? And some students have some strong chapters, some students have some weak chapters. So if you are preparing list A versus list B, in list A low you have your strong chapters, list B low you have your weak chapters. So is it possible, sir, we are taking one strong chapter and one weak chapter, clubbing them on a daily basis and studying? That works. That works. Kani, if you have more exposure to the related chapters ante ade the complementary chapters, that would give you the more benefits ra. You can do it. You can take a weak and strong chapters and club them. Kani, they should also be related in some common concepts. Physics lo chala concepts common unnai chala chapters lo. For example, if you see your gravitation and your electrostatics, you will find huge similarities. Even if you see your current electricity and your thermal properties of matter, you will see huge similarities. If you see your atomic structure and your gravitation, you will see huge similarities. You are understanding? So it is always better if you club these chapters together. So clubbing ante enduku chestamante, sir, we only do the clubbing to reduce our time. If you want the clubbing strategy, we will make a video. Kani aa kosam you have to comment, so that I should also understand how many students are interested in all of it. So ipudu the biggest part is practice. Sir, clubbing strategy has been completed, kani practice ela cheyali? To practice the physics, you only need to solve the questions. Ade kada? Ante enti, sir, do we need to do the derivations for NEET? No. You don't have any derivation. Ante, if someone asks you to prove the kinetic energy of the rotating object is half I omega square, akkarledu. You don't require the proofs of anything. Understanding? The only thing that is expected from you is you must know the formula. The biggest thing is you must know the formulas. Formulas ante entira, not just the by-hearted formulas. For example, if you are talking about some random formula, for example, let us say you are talking about force is equals to I into L bar cross B bar. Ade. Ipudu, most of you might not even have the idea of this formula, sir. What is I, what is L, what is B? Ade. If you are having zero knowledge, these things will not be helpful. Ante entira, you are sitting in your examination hall, oka question has been asked to you, meeku formula teliyadu asalu ante, you will not be able to do anything. Ade kada? Even if you know the formula, it is not sufficient. Enduku, sir? Because you must be very well aware with each and every terminology. Sir, F ante what, sir? F ante idemi force on what? On what? A current carrying conductor. In what conditions? When it is placed in a magnetic field. What about I, sir? I ante ee wire lo leda ee conductor lo unte current. What is L bar, sir? L bar ante the initial and the final position displacement vector. Initial and final position. Yes. If you have a wire something like this should be me L bar. Ade. Are you understanding? What about B bar, sir? B bar is the magnetic field. So just by hearting formula also doesn't work. Meeku okate term gurtundalira. What exactly each and every term means, when to apply and how to apply. Ade. Formula, when I say formulas, these concepts must be clear. Ante the formula, dan tarvata ee formula lo unde terminologies ekkada apply cheyali, ela apply cheyali. Ade. These four things, if you are well equipped with these four things, your formula part is correct. Ante it has been mastered. Dan tarvata you need some good questions kada. Yes, so meeku some good questions kavali. So sir, where will we get these questions from? Textbooks? You have at least 40,000 to 50,000 questions. Kani mee daggara time unda? No, you don't have time. So what to do now? You give the highest weightage, the highest priority to PYQs. PYQs ante, if you are talking about NEET PYQs, you always have somewhere around 20-30 PYQs questions. Ante last 20-30 years ki PYQs ni teeskondi. Kani the biggest drawback I would say for NEET is it happens once in a year. Ade kada? Yes. So what do you have to do now is you take last 20-year PYQs from NEET. At the same time, if you want to have a better grip in physics, you also include your JEE mains questions. Okay, JEE mains until last 2022 to 2025. 22 nunchi 25 varaku, whatever they have been the question papers. Ante JEE paper happens in a shift. You can say around 5 days of papers, Prati roju there are 2 shifts. That means you will somewhere have 10 to 16 question papers per year. Okay? Per year. And that goes for 3 years kada. That goes for 32 years of question paper. Okay? That is equivalent to your NEET 32 years. So you can approximately say that these are your 20 years for NEET and 32 years for JEE. Ante you are solving last 55 years of questions. Other. You don't have the time to take any random question from any random book. First and the highest priority should be given to PYQs. I hope you are understanding this. Okay. Next. The biggest recommendation leda suggestion from my end. I have mentored a lot of students now, and the common observation that I have seen in all of them is consistency leda continuity. Ante enti sir, your health is not good, still you are studying. There is a function in your house, still you are studying. Your relatives have passed away, still you are studying. You are understanding? Your mood is not there, still you are studying. You are depressed, still you are studying. You are very happy, still you are studying. You have to go somewhere else, still you are studying. Consistency ante ade. You are not missing your subject, your chapters, even for a single day. Edaina conditions unte, your consistency is something that decides your marks leda your ranks. Gurtupettukondi, the result never comes on the result day. Result comes each and every single day. It is up to you if you are accepting it or you are rejecting it. Even if you have missed one day, ante your marks have been going down by 5 to 6,000 rank. 5 to 6,000 rank. Here is stage low. One single day, one bloody single day means your rank will be decided by 5 to 6,000. And it is chala important. Now I want all of you to ask some question to yourself. Sir, do you give proper weightage to all the subjects? No, sir. My physics is very weak. Kani na biology chala strong untundi. Ade. That's why I'm studying more time biology and less time physics. And I have also planned accordingly. It never works. Chuskondi. If your biology is giving you 360 marks, if your chemistry is also giving you 100 marks, me total ante 460, your marks are nothing without physics. You understand it. Even if you are leaving a single subject, that means your score will never be going to get you a medical college. Okay? Do you at least dedicate 1.5 hours for each subject? And your 4.5 hours of daily self-study is happening or not happening. It can vary student to student. Is stage low, the NEET rankers, and the NEET toppers, they do dedicate at least 3 hours per day per subject. Until 9 hours of self-study, including their school, colleges, online, offline tuitions, mottam. You are understanding? Kani meeru check cheskondi if you are at least dedicating 1.5 hours per subject on a daily basis. Okay? The third question is, do you have a valid timetable? Timetable ante enti sir? If you don't have a timetable, if you don't have consistency, mark my words, you will never get a good college. Understanding? So me success kosam, the biggest secret that you need is a timetable. Ante enti? As soon as you get up, you are brushing, you are having breakfast, దాని తర్వాత what you are doing. If you are not keeping the track of your time, you forget everything. You understanding, sir? I am using mobile for 2 hours. కానీ 2 hours లో I am doing 1 hours of classes and మధ్యలో some distraction is happening. 5 minutes for Instagram, 5 minutes for Facebook, 5 minutes for WhatsApp. అదే your entire revision plan is gone. So a timetable is a must. Ante when you get up every single day, you will be following the same routine, same subject, same time, same weightage, and every single day. Ade. And after that, do you study all 3 subjects on a daily basis? Chuskondi. Someday you have skipped physics, someday you have skipped chemistry, someday you have skipped biology. Some important chapter, later some easy chapter in physics has come, you have ignored biology. And lastly, do you have a proper strategy for NEET 2026 from beginning to end? Beginning to end ante enti? I have planned, sir, I will start the revision. But how will I start? How much chapters will I do? Em chapters? Enta weightage? How much time? What days? You don't know anything. Kani okate thing matrame is, I just decided to start the revision. If it is your strategy, I'm really sorry to say that you have no strategy. Ardhamaindi. So, if the answers for these questions are no, leda these answers are negative, ante it is the high time. It is chala high time you focus on yourself. Okay? So, the things that we have to discuss now are clubbing strategies, ante the chapters for clubbing. Dan tarvata PYQ sessions. Ade. So, you can like this video, you can put some comments so that I would know your opinions, and correspondingly we can plan our sessions. Okay? Thank you so much, all.